And welcome into a Friday edition of the Backstage Pass. It is October 21st, almost a week until Halloween. This is crazy where 2022 is going, but then they say, I guess, let it go and don't look back as far as time is concerned. Back here presented by our friends over at Bangtail Whiskey and Hank Jr. Productions. So yours truly here. And of course, the co host will be back next week. Nick Canizales, CJ Garten, and my good friend Kirsty Kraus. She'll be at the Josie Music Awards this weekend and having a lot of fun out there too. Our featured artist of the day, looking forward to chatting with her for quite some time. She's got a beautiful single out there, came out at the end of September called Good and Goodbye. Canadian country artist Jessica Soul here on the Backstage Pass. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for having me on.
Yeah, it's great to have you. And like I said, you crossed my desk there. We were talking about it a little bit before the show, and I said, man, such a great song. Well, let's just kind of dive right into it before you perform that for us today. I want to learn a little bit about your background and as far as the connection to music that you had from an early age. Tell us that story.
Totally. I grew up in a musical family, so music's always been in my blood. And I've always loved different types of music, but something about country music just like stuck in my heart for me. I grew up listening to a lot of older Taylor Swift when she was doing her country music, and old Miranda Lambert and Carrie Underwood. And I grew up singing in choirs, and I've never really had a plan B. I've just always been around music, and it's always been my passion, and it's always kind of just been the thing I wanted to do forever. So yeah,
That
that's the
yeah, that
story.
bug kind of bit from an early age and carried on. In high school, did you find yourself kind of doing some, I guess, orchestra, band, musical theater? What did you do in high school? Tell me about that.
Yeah, in high school, I was in a jazz choir.
Oh, cool.
Yes, there was a really, really great music program at the high school that I went to here. And then after that, I graduated and I went to Humber College and got a degree in vocals. So I've got my bachelor degree in vocal performance from Humber College, which is also really cool and really fun. And I learned a lot when I was there about myself and about music and artistry. So
Hmm. Well, I love the EP you guys put out back there in or actually this year. It's called "Think of Us" and it has some beautiful songs on there too. "Think of Us," of course, the title track I loved a lot too. And then I'll tell you this: if Mama raised him right, yeah, I'll say it because I had one those old school grandmas that I call grandma, and she was like a mama to me. And so I would say that. She raised me right, looking down on me right now. But you come up with some great songs, and man, you can really feel the lyrics in this EP. Tell us all about this project and just what it was like again to just get some great songs out to the fans.
thank you so much. Well, the response we got from Think of Us was amazing. I worked with some great writers on that one. If Mama Raised Him Right was written with a friend of mine named Jeff Forgeron. He's also from Ontario. And I remember when he pitched me that song idea, it was our first ever write. And I was like, are you sure you trust me with like a song this nice and this beautiful? Like we've never written together. So
Mm-hmm.
if you trust me with it, I'll take it and I'll run. And it ended up on my EP. So um yeah, Think of Us. It's got over 150,000 streams
Wow.
now across digital platforms, which is amazing. So I just want to say
Mm-hmm.
thank you to everybody who's been listening. First of all, I always hope that when I write songs and release them, that the listeners can um, kind of take them as they are and then relate to them in their own way. I never want to tell somebody how I want them to listen to a song or how they should feel when they listen to a song. So
Mm-hmm.
hearing everybody's stories after I put that EP out has been really, really cool and really fun.
Yeah, I love that how you put that. Just letting somebody listen to a song and then kind of formulate their own ideas and their opinions and kind of how they feel about it or relate to it, and hopefully the positive way. Maybe not always, but at least they have an idea that the lyrics mean this or the lyrics mean that, or we've gone through that. I wanted to ask you about that because that's also a connection I have to all the artists I interview here on the program. It leads me to songwriting because there's that I have to live it and kind of go out and experience it and go through it, life's trials and tribulations to be able to write it down. And there's some people who step in co-writes and just say, "Hey, that's a great idea. Let's put pen to paper." How do you like to write?
I like writing. I'm doing a lot of co-writing, which has been fun. I started doing that in 2020, and this EP that I'm getting ready to put out that has Good and Goodbye and In the Name of Tequila on it is full of co-writes. But actually, Think of Us was a solo write, and I've been doing a bit more solo writing in the last few months. Um, but I'm very lyrics based when I write, and
Mm-hmm.
I love bringing ideas and lyrics and even just like song ideas into a room with other co-writers and bouncing ideas off of other people. Getting in a room with two or three other writers has really helped me evolve as a writer, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Just having people to kind of bounce ideas off of and seeing where the song is going to end up, it's always so fun because you never know what you're going to come out with.
Well, I love the fact that you guys have put that out there, and I loved also "Break My Heart Again." Tell me a little bit of the backstory on that one because that was also a single, and you guys added it to the "Think of Us" EP, right?
Yes, it was "Break My Heart Again." It's funny. I wrote that. I'm pretty sure like the night before I got engaged.
Those are those sometimes the best songs that do come out too. That's right.
I didn't know I was getting engaged, so
Mhm. Well,
I wrote that one with a friend of mine named TJ Simpson. He's wonderful. He's
Mhm.
another Canadian artist and songwriter. Um, and I write a lot of breakup music.
Mhm.
I've been with my husband for 8.5 years now, so
Congratulations, no
thank
doubt.
you so much.
I love that. It's
I
good
have
to
no
hear those stories. What's
yes,
that?
yes. I said I have no reason to write breakup music, but that seems to be what comes out when I sit down to write a song. But yeah, "Break My Heart Again" is I love that one. That one to me, it's about being with somebody you love so much and it not working out, but you love them
Mhm.
that much that you would do anything to go through the relationship again, even though you know that it's going to end at and with being willing to put yourself through all of that heartbreak just to love that person again.
Mhm. No doubt. And you guys finished it with another great song. I love the whole EP, which was great. Fill in the rest. Tell us about that one.
Yeah, fill in the rest I wrote with Jesse Slack, another artist from Ontario. And fill the rest is kind of like I feel like every artist needs a good cheating song, especially in country music. So that one's my cheating song. It's about knowing that your partner is unfaithful before they tell you and before they know that you found out and kind of saying to them, I know that you did this, so don't try and lie about it. Don't make any more
Mhm.
excuses. Like you don't need to give me the story because I already know what's going on.
I love, and that's what's so much about country music and listening to all the songs that I get the chance to review albums or singles that come out. It's amazing that you're right. It's all about storytelling, and I love the fact that it's so much storytelling where fans can just really, like you said, formulate their own opinions and just kind of put their own spin on it too at the same time. And that's I know a lot of artists love the like you said the rights, the co-writes, and things like that too. And that's what you've done with this latest one that came out there September 30th with Good and Goodbye. So I know people are ready to hear it and ready for me to stop talking. So I'll let you play that one here on the Backstage Pass, Good and Goodbye. Again, Jessica Soul, check her out on socials out there. And of course, go get it wherever you stream. We'll come back and talk a lot about the EP. And of course, I do have to break down the story in the name of tequila, no doubt about that. Which I do love that song too. It's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you. Usually by now, I'm in the middle of moving on. Out of work days out, you'd be halfway to long gone. But I'm holding on when I should be fine. We don't feel like a mistake. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, nowhere to place the blame. I wish you lied, I wish you left, or gave me something to regret. I wish you tried a little harder to make this easy to forget. You could have messed me up so bad, torn down everything we had. You could have turned me off of love if you really tried. But instead I got the good and goodbye. If I was mad, I'd probably be better off. 'Cause all I have are memories of what we lost. I miss your smile, I miss your laugh, I miss the way you'd say my name. And I know we can't get it back, it's getting harder every day. I wish you lied, I wish you left, or gave me something to regret. I wish you tried a little harder to make this easy to forget. You could have messed me up so bad, torn down everything we had. You could have turned me off of love if you really tried. But instead I got the good and goodbye. I wish you call and tell me you found somebody new. I wish you'd give me one good reason not to love you. I wish you lied, I wish you left, or gave me something to regret. I wish you tried a little harder to make this easy to forget. You could have messed me up so bad, torn down everything we had. You could have turned me off of love if you really tried. But instead I got the good and goodbye.
Could listen to you sing all day long here on the on the show. Its voice is so angelic. It's so beautiful. It has got a great tone. It is man, it's amazingly. That's what I loved so much about your music is, like I said, down to its core, man. It just really just takes layers off and puts them back on. It's like putting on a new suit when I got to go to the suit store or something like that, and they take all your measurements. They fit your shirt and everything, fit your pants, your jacket. When you put it on, like you're just dressed to the occasion and everything. Your voice is just beautiful and angelic, and congratulations on that that particular single, man. Just as good as a new suit right there. Doesn't get any better than that, no doubt.
I'm going to use that quote.
You use that quote and put that as far as me reviewing albums. I said it, so you can use it. There you go.
Perfect.
From a media outlet to Jessica Soul's music, the latest single, Good and Goodbye. We'll come back and talk about that story on that one. And, of course, we'll get into a little bit more. And definitely one of my favorite ones, In the Name of Tequila. And since it is the weekend, we can all relate to that, no doubt.
Oh, yeah.
We'll come back and take time out for Bangtail Whiskey. Speaking of great whiskey out there, folks, check it out at bangtail.com. And, of course, the Easy Liquor app is another way to go about getting that. It's also in a lot of stores and bars up in Nashville, Tennessee. Of course, one of our top listened to markets out there. More to come here with Jessica on the show after a word from our sponsors. Stay tuned.
The Bangtail pour is comprised of a sweet corn mash base. The front has a subtle sweetness and not too sharp. It has notes of a medium char or white oak for a smoky flavor in the middle, and the tail has a super smooth and warm finish.
Go behind the scenes with some of the biggest artists in music today with the Backstage Pass, powered by the SportsGuysPodcast.com. Join Brandon Morrill and his co-host Kirsty Krause as they talk to rising stars and legends about their music careers. Listen to their latest tracks and learn fun facts about the men and women behind the music you love. And be sure to tune into the Backstage Pass Monday through Friday from 3:30 to 6:30, powered by the SportsGuysPodcast.com. And welcome into the Backstage Pass. And that's why it's music and sports, two of my favorite things. So I get to put them together and call it a grand slam of sports and music. It is the Backstage Pass. Check it out at the SportsGuysPodcast.com. And, of course, the YouTube channel. Go subscribe out there. Monday, you know where you love her from American Idol. Hunter Girl is going to come by here on the show. And, of course, Lori Morgan here in a few weeks. And the winner of American Idol this past year, Noah Thompson, is going to stop by too as well. So a lot of great shows coming up over the next few weeks. Back here with Jessica Soul here, talking country music and really good country music. You guys need to go check it out if you haven't already across all the digital platforms wherever you download or stream music. All right, In the Name of Tequila. First of all, I love the song title. Second of all, the album cover was spot on with the beautiful pink hat you're wearing there at the same time. Tell us a little bit about both. I guess the album cover, the title of the song, and of course where it came from.
Thank you so much. In the Name of Tequila is one of those songs that has my heart because I'm a tequila girl. I love tequila. I've got about maybe 6 or 7 different types right now at home. Trying to convince my friends to come over and have like a tequila tasting night. You know how if you go to a brewery, they'll do like a flight of beer. I want to do that.
Yeah.
Flight of tequila.
I like that.
I feel like that would be a lot of fun. But In the Name of Tequila, I when I was writing for my upcoming EP, last year, I really wanted to write a song about tequila. I wanted to write like a party girl song because I didn't really have a party girl song yet. So I was talking with my friend Maddie, who is a co-writer on the song, Maddie Curran. And I said, I want to write a song about tequila. I want to write a love song for tequila because I love it so much. And I want it to be a girls' night out kind of anthem. Very Shania Twain, very fun, very glittery and pink. And she goes, I'm your girl. I love tequila too. So we got into a room together and I think we wrote the song in maybe 2 hours. I had the idea. I had the title In the Name of Tequila. And I was like, so many of my friends love tequila and they have so many fun stories that we could write into this song. And she said the same thing. So we wrote it from that point of view of going out with your girlfriends, going to a bar, dancing all night, shooting tequila, drinking a little bit too much, and then stumbling your way back home. So
We've all been there. No
Oh,
doubt
yeah.
about it, too. Tell me about the album cover as far as who you got to work with on that, because I thought it was a great shot. And of course, really brings out the title right there at kind of the forefront, and you in the background, kind of the white and the pink hat as well.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I shot that with a friend of mine who's a wonderful photographer. His name is Lucas Turco, and he did all of the artwork and all of the photography for the Think of Us project. And we've done some work together in the past too. And then I thought we worked so well together, and his work is so wonderful that I wanted to bring him on to my team in that way. So we've been working together for a while. He did the Good and Goodbye artwork too. He shot all of the photos for that, for the upcoming EP. So I'm super, super excited.
Yeah, you should be, no doubt. In the song itself, let's dive into this Good and Goodbye, because man, that's just such a good country song that I can really hear on a Sirius XM type station, or like I said, the highway or something like that. If you guys are pushing that to radio, my goodness, it's in the category of just telling a good story, because you kind of see just the type that relationships start to fade, and we kind of find the good in something is what I got out of it too, is find a little bit of a piece of something. I didn't get this, but I got a little bit of friendship or whatever's left there. Tell us about how this came together.
So when I write, I try and write about things that happen to me directly or indirectly. In this case, it's indirectly. Like I said, I got married this past summer. I've been with my husband for 8 years. So song is not about him. I've got a friend who lives on the other side of Canada. She's out in British Columbia, and we connected over Instagram. And so we try and have FaceTime dates every so often to catch up in each other's lives and kind of just chat and all of that. And she called me one day and she told me she had some bad news. And I said, oh no, what's going on? She said, the guy I've been seeing broke up with me. And I said, I'm so sorry. She goes, that's not the bad news though. The bad news is that he didn't make me hate him when he broke up with me. So now it's going to take me forever to move on for him because he gave me the good and goodbye.
Wow, there you go.
So I was like, 1 second, let me write that down because that's a really, really good song idea. I'll be right back.
Which is where they come from. I like that. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So that's kind of where the song came from. I'm not going to name any names or anything, but it is written about my friend and a situation that she had gone through. So the song is about going through maybe like a mutual breakup or an amicable breakup where there's no hard feelings, no like terrible heartbreak, no cheating, no lying, no just the good and goodbye, and then trying to figure out how you're going to get over this person because you still have so much love for them.
Like the fact that you put that in the same sense as there's no hard feelings or nothing like that. The good and goodbye, and he won't let me hate him because he moved on, and I can't move on from him. And so yeah, right, I can't even get
no hard feelings, no bad vibes.
No bad vibes, exactly, no doubt about it too. Well, I tell you what, I do this from time to time on the show, and I loved your voice so much. Can we hear another one? Can you play another one for us here on the show?
I would love to. Well, since you like tequila so much, I'll play that one.
Let's do that. That's the one I was going to request anyway. So you read my mind. Look at that. She threw it down. Like I said, played those cards and she played them right. So there you go. Here we go. It's all yours.
I wish this downtown dress had a pocket or two to hold the wipe for the makeup I want to remove. But we'll do it to go out tonight. Me and the girls just want to have a good time. And if you're wondering why, it's in the name of tequila. We'll risk it all for a shot or two. Halfway through kicking off our shoes. Let's go, girls, gets us every time. In the name of tequila, we'll go out to one more bar. Sometimes we take it too far, 'cause we don't know when to quit. In the name of tequila. In the name of tequila. Jenny said she wouldn't drink too much. Hi, Mom. And Maddie said she wouldn't fall in love. But here we you quick. We weren't gonna stay too long, but now they're playing our favorite song. It's in the name of tequila. We'll risk it all for a shot or two. Halfway through, kicking off our shoes. Let's go, girls, gets us every time. In the name of tequila, we'll go out to one more bar. Sometimes we take it too far, 'cause we don't know when to quit. In the name of tequila, in the name of tequila. Going through the pictures on our phones. Yikes. 'Cause we don't remember how we got home. But we made it, and that's all that counts. We swear that was the very last time, but our minds will change come next Friday night. In the name of tequila, we'll risk it all for a shot or two. Halfway through, kicking off our shoes. Let's go, girls, gets us every time. In the name of tequila, we'll go out to one more bar. Sometimes we take it too far, 'cause we don't know when to quit. In the name of tequila, in the name of tequila.
I'm gonna say this again: smooth vocals, man. She's got a very angelic voice, and if you guys don't know who this is, you'll know by the end of this show, no doubt about it. And some of you are already commenting over there too, like, "Where'd you find this girl?" I said, "I'm gonna tell you something. We put the best talent on this show. That's why it's called the Backstage Pass, and you got to stay tuned to see who's coming up here, no doubt." Don, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate that. If you guys have comments or questions, he's even saying beautiful voice there too. So definitely appreciate that. And
that's so nice.
I'm telling you, man, like I said, you've definitely invested a lot into your career and moving that needle forward. And I can tell just through the songs, storytelling is amazing. And so definitely, I can't wait for this next project. Like, I'm already hungry and ready for more, because I've told all my friends about you, and of course everybody who tunes into the show. But what's next? Tell us a little bit about that, and we'll take a break. We'll come back. But I wanted to kind of go, what's next? Now, you guys mentioned the EP and some more just great songs coming out too. I'm sure the list is full to choose from, right?
Totally, yeah. So I have been hinting at an EP that I've got coming out soon in 2023. I'm so excited about that, because with this project, like you can hear it in the name of Tequila and Good and Goodbye, we've been pushing a little bit more pop country on this, like on that spectrum. So this project is a lot more pop than anything I've done before, which is exciting. And I'm super excited for people to hear the rest of this EP, because these are some of my favorite songs that I have ever written so far, and I cannot wait to show everybody what they are.
I'm looking forward to that. So 2023, we're going to have you back here on this platform and definitely have you sing some more for us, and can't wait for the record to come out. And maybe even put, like we do sometimes, we'll put a pre-order link up there. So when you know the pre-order's coming out, let me know, and we'll put a pre-order link there and put it on our socials out there so people can definitely pre-order. I do want to put the website out there, jessicasoulmusic.com, so you guys can go check out that, grab some merch, and of course definitely see what else is out there, tour dates and music, and a good place to go, as well as your social media out there too as well. We'll come back one more time out for Banktail Whiskey. Come right back. Also MitchMax.com and Hank Jr. Productions. Check them out, HankJr.Productions.com, and the Mitch Max website, I was told today, will be back up for Backstage Pass merchandise. MITCHMACS.com comes back up here in a few weeks. I just had to take it down, do some maintenance on it, and coffee mugs are still out there, t-shirts, all kind of stuff there, men's, women's apparel, caps, all kind of stuff for the Backstage Pass 2 out there. Coming right back, more with Jessica Soul. We got Rapid Fire coming up. Stay tuned.
The Bangtail pour is comprised of a sweet corn mash base. The front has a subtle sweetness and not too sharp. It has notes of a medium char or white oak for a smoky flavor in the middle, and the tail has a super smooth and warm finish.
Go behind the scenes with some of the biggest artists in music today with the Backstage Pass, powered by the SportsGuysPodcast.com. Join Brandon Murill and his co-host Kirsty Krause as they talk to rising stars and legends about their music careers. Listen to their latest tracks and learn fun facts about the men and women behind the music you love. And be sure to tune into the Backstage Pass Monday through Friday from 3:30 to 6:30, powered by the SportsGuysPodcast.com. And welcome into the Backstage Pass. And of course, coming up on Monday is Hunter Girl. You saw her ride on American Idol. We'll talk about that story and just how hot she's been right now on the Nashville circuit. She's touring with Noah Thompson out there, the winner of American Idol this past year. So we're going to stay busy with that. And also, one of my friends and great Canadian country artist just had contacted me during one of the breaks there, said, we love the show, want to come back on. Miss Kelsey Kulik is going to come back on here on the Backstage Pass, talk about her latest single, which is kicking ass and taking names up in her home country, no doubt. So we'll talk to Kelsey here on the show. Back here with Jessica Soul here, a few more minutes here. We're going to get into rapid fire. If I got any good comments over here, let's see if anybody's leaving comments. Yeah, I appreciate it. Always great artists and song research. Brandon, Backstage Pass interviews are always interesting. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you, Don. If you guys have anything for Jessica, feel free to leave it in the margin. We'll get to as much as we can. All right, rapid fire. I want to do this. It's always a fun segment. Get to know you more on a personal side of things. When it comes to a craving, I know for me it's like pizza, so it's always just a weird thing, but I love it. And still trying to get over the COVID weight too at the same time, but that's a different story for another day. When it comes to food and cravings and beverages, you mentioned tequila already. I guess food, cuisine, what are you into?
Well, popcorn's my favorite food.
Okay, that's a good choice.
So it's not very exciting, but yep, popcorn would be my go-to.
I like that. Okay, all right. Now, when it comes to let's say a dish itself, whether you cook it or get it for takeout, what do you like to eat? Vegetables, meat, a little combination of both?
Ooh, yeah, both. You know what? My husband makes a really, really good chicken. It's almond chicken, so it's you roast almonds, and then I don't exactly know. He cooks. I am not the cook in this
I'm just in my household. There you go. Exactly.
But
yes.
Almond chicken is my favorite. It is so good. And if he's watching, maybe we can have it for dinner next week.
I'm like you. Do not cook in my household. It's the wife, and she does a great job of it too, no doubt. So whatever's there, I just go in there and I'll do a great job eating it. Then I'll do my job and do the dishes and clean up after that too, no doubt. It's just the husband's job there. Flip the role there on that too. All right, spare time beside music. What other hobbies are you into?
Oh, that's a good question. You know, I have been getting into. Well, I haven't been getting into it, but my husband and I have been doing photography for a little while now, and I've got a little bit of a background just freelance in like social media marketing. So that's always been fun, and I learned how to edit some photos on Lightroom and Photoshop. So I like being creative that way too.
All right, I like that too, and definitely photography is something we all need to be better at too. You can't just depend on these phones with these buttons and everything. Now you got to take it. Wife loves taking. We got one of those digital cameras a while back, and one of the actual photographer cameras to see kind of at concerts, things like that. So she got into shooting some photographs and things like that. So we love doing it too. All right, let me ask you this. This might take some thought. When it comes to the first song you ever wrote, what was the title of it? Or if you don't remember the title, what was the song about? Always make people laugh.
I already know. The first song I ever wrote is embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. That's what everybody says. They wrote it on paper napkin, they threw it in the trash, or it was too funny and they'll never record it. So people have different.
I wrote this song when I was 14 or 15. I was going through my first breakup, so it was very dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
And it was all about that, it was like in the angry stage of going through heartbreak and being broken up with. And I don't remember the name of it, but I know that it was a very dramatic heartbreak song. And yeah.
No doubt. That's just the memory that counts. Is all you have left now. It's just the memory there. Don't even remember the title, no doubt. All right. When it comes to binge watching, what do you kind of, if you get a night or two in or something like that, either I guess by yourself or with the husband, what do you enjoy binge watching, whether it be Netflix or cable or whatever?
Yeah. Jordan and I have been watching Yellowstone. I watched the first 4 seasons, and then we heard the 5th one was coming out, and Jordan had never seen it, so I rewatched it with him. It's such a good series. But another one that I haven't seen yet that I just started last week is Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Ooh, yeah.
I'd heard so many good things about that one, and I listened to a podcast, and the hosts of the podcast started a secondary show called The Rewatcher. So they release an episode every Monday, and they recap an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And one of the ladies, she had watched it when it first come out, and then the other lady who's the co-host, she's watching it for the first time, and I was listening to them talk about the first episode, and I said, this sounds fun. I kind of want to watch it with them. So I've been watching that one.
I like that. Now, speaking of that, when it comes to, we'll go back to food a little bit here. When it comes to ice cream, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Ooh, it's like either Neapolitan or mint chocolate
Ah,
chip.
okay. See, we're right there together. Mint chocolate chip, right there.
Oh
That's
yeah, that's a good
my, one of my favorites. And actually, walking to Baskin Robbins or something like that, or whatever. Just yeah, mint chocolate chip, no toppings, just straight
You can never go wrong
bucket.
with that one. It's always
You
good.
it's good no matter where you get it. And I also like it in like a little. There's a place here that's like a bakery that does like a gelato, something like that, which is supposed to
Oh,
be better for you, and I guess calories, but it's really good. It's like an Italian ice cream or Italian gelato, which is really really good out there. It's supposed to be less calories and better for you, but hey,
right.
it's still minty, and that's a good thing
Yeah,
there
you
too.
get the best of both worlds at that point.
You do, no doubt. Favorite movies of all time. What do you get into when it comes to movies?
All right. I am going to give the most classic answer for a girl like me. I love Mean Girls. I love Clueless. I love like those types of movies, and they're so cheesy, but they're so good. And I will watch them if I'm given a chance to watch it, I will.
I love
But
that.
I'm also a massive Harry Potter fan, but I don't like we watch those during Christmas time.
Right there with you, man. We're gonna get along just fine. Like I said, in the future, no doubt, become best friends. Harry Potter nut. I mean, Potterhead. What's your? I know for me, my house is Slytherin. What's your house?
Yes.
Okay, so look at that, man. Right on top. We're like 3 for 3. Last bit of questions asked there, man. Just look at that. Mint chocolate chip, Slytherin, and man, I tell you, we're getting along just fine here in this show.
Oh
No doubt.
no, I'm a Hufflepuff.
You're Hufflepuff. Oh, I thought you. Okay, I thought you were. Okay, Hufflepuff. Well, still, there was that little crossover, I guess, of that all the four
Yeah.
houses. But I don't know. There's something about Slytherin. People can say, well, Gryffindor, and I'm like, just a Ravenclaw, whatever. There's no wrong answer because all the houses contribute a little bit of something in
Exactly.
throughout the storylines.
Well,
which
I
is
took that quiz, the Potterhead quiz that
Mhm.
tells you what house you're in, and I was, I think, like 75% Hufflepuff and 25% Gryffindor or something.
okay. All right.
So
You're
I don't know.
close. You're 75,
I'll take it
25.
though.
Did you watch the game show when it came out on the TBS, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter? It was some of the game show they had on there with they were telling stories, had contestants, and asking questions about the movie. And it was, I think it just had like one season of it. I forget the lady who was hosting it, but it was on like the major cable network like TBS, and I think it was it last year? It was in the last couple of years. They just did that, and it was really just all dedicated to Harry Potter. They had
Fine.
some of the actors come back, and like the guy who had the he was calling the matches. I can't think of the matches. The
Oh, Quidditch.
Quidditch, yes, calling Quidditch matches. The announcer who came back in the first like couple of movies, the young boy, he came back as an adult and was like, "We'll be right back after this from words from blah blah blah." This is
Oh my god, that's so fun.
it's just cool stuff that we got to see, and my mother-in-law and like I said, family were really into that too. And it was kind of cool to catch out a few of those episodes too. I do want to go get like a board game or something to start playing it with the pieces and everything and the dice and
Yeah.
just kind of enjoy a little bit of a board
Honestly,
game.
anything Harry Potter themed, I will buy it. I'll take my money.
And if you ever get down to, I'll say this too, to top it all off, man, just like extra icing on the cake, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Orlando, Florida at Disney World. Must see. You got to do it.
I haven't
You gotta
gotten there yet. I would love to. My best friend went there a few years ago, and she said it was amazing. She's a huge Harry Potter fan too. So
The rides
I
were
would love to.
fantastic. The experience was fantastic. The butter beer, or what is, I guess, the soda, whatever they had in there too, tastes just like the authenticity, I mean, just everything, man. The villages, everything that they built there made you feel like you were just a part in, and really in the movies too as well. So definitely the real experience. I have to give them where credit's due, because that was the Harry Potter thing is just a magical experience. And I will be going back in a few years because my daughter now is start slowly, hopefully getting into it. And my nephew does want to go back there too. So I'm sure we'll end up in Orlando again. Let me ask you about this one. If Jessica Soul had won or will win the Canadian lottery very soon, what's the first thing she would do with the money if she won the lottery?
my parents are watching this, and they're probably laughing so hard right now. Because one thing about me is I love to spend money.
Mm-hmm. Right there with you. Yep.
Oh gosh, I don't know what I would do with it. You know what? I would probably go on a trip, maybe, or I would buy a boat because my family boats, and I keep saying that I want to get a boat so that we can go up on Georgian Bay up in Ontario and hang out with my parents on the water and all of our friends up there. Because I mean, I grew up boating, and I would love to have my own.
That's a good idea too, and like I said, and have plenty left over to take the trip down to Disney World in Orlando, Florida, and do that as well. Where's your dream destination vacation outside of Orlando or Harry Potter? Where would you go, like overseas?
I would love to go to the south of France or to
Okay.
Italy. Um, that's always been a dream destination. I've never been over that way. I've never been to Europe or anything, and we were thinking about doing that for our honeymoon, but
Mhm.
I think we're gonna save that trip for when we have a little bit more money for that trip and also a
Mhm.
little bit more time for that trip too.
It's the same way I keep thinking too. Like I said, the older it gets and the older I get, and my daughter, I'm like, man, I'm going to take that by the time I'm this age and have more money and more time and this and this and this. But
Yep.
the work schedule just keeps getting in the way, and you got to keep making it to be able to spend it. And I'm kind of like you too. I love to spend it before I can even make it. So it's just definitely one of those issues out there too. We have a lot in common, no doubt. And I love the music. That's why I chose you as my featured artist here on a Friday, October 21st. And Good and Goodbye is the current single out there across all the digital platforms. Make sure you guys go check it out. And you heard her sing it today right here on the show, and the website again, jessicasoulmusic.com. It has been fun getting to know you over these last 30 minutes. You're a great personality, one heck of an artist, an angelic voice, and just I appreciate you being here and looking forward to the next time we do this again, no doubt.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to coming back. This has been so fun. I got a new best friend.
I got exactly. I feel the same way. No doubt. Love the show. No doubt. Coming up on Monday, Hunter Girl will join us. We'll ask about the ride on American Idol and, of course, talk about her latest music out there. Noah Thompson, Lori Morgan, and a whole lot more. Kelsey Kulik will be back here in a few weeks. Pat Green in December. And we're working our way ever so closely to the Thanksgiving holiday here where we get to take a week off and do 0 shows, which is a good thing for me out there too. JessicaSoulMusic.com and Good and Goodbye. Make sure you guys go check out the single. We'll be hearing from her again in 2023 when the new music comes out. Again, thanks to Hank Jr. Productions and our friends over at Mitchbacks and Bangtail Whiskey. You guys have a great weekend. Drink responsibly and have fun. We'll see you soon. Take care.